Good evening, everyone. We give folks to join, and then we'll get started, and we'll let folks just continue to join in and catch up as we go along. Lord, it everybody can hear me. Uh, Good to see a lot of familiar faces. Happy New Year to you, and welcome to our annual meeting for the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League. What can I say? What a year it's been. In a time of continued national tension, a lot of economic uncertainty, social change. Feel that we have not only endured, but we've grown, we've uplifted, and we've delivered. Spirit of this movement has been alive in everything we've done together in 2025, and tonight we're truly excited to share the impact we've made together. We extend our deepest thanks to all of you who have supported us, from our funders and partners to our community advocates and everyone in between. Your belief in our mission fuels everything that we do. To our incredible staff, our dedicated board members, and to our members, including the passionate leaders of the Guild and the unstoppable force of our young professionals, thank you. Your hard work, resilience, and your dedication to improving the lives of people in our community and beyond have been the true catalyst for our success this year. So tonight we celebrate all of you. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So, line prayer from.
Shall we pray? Eternal and all-wise God, our Father, we thank you. We give you glory, we give you honor, and we give you praise. Father, we thank you for this institution that you have established, that it may be a voice and a presence for those who may be voiceless or have no identity. We ask, God, that you would bless them as they now share in the business, keep them strong, keep them moving forward. This is our prayer. Amen.
Thank you so much. So to Yesenia Taveras, our secretary, for the adoption of the meeting minutes. Yesenia?
Yes, thank you, Board Chair. So the 2024 annual meeting minutes were sent out to the board in advance, and I just need to know if there are any corrections to the 2024 annual meeting minutes. Okay, I don't see any. So, Mr. Chairman, if there are no corrections to the meeting minutes, I would like to entertain a motion.
With a motion to accept the adoption, to adopt the 2025 minutes, the board member Tamara Smith's hand raised.
Okay.
Thank you, Board Chair. I move that we accept the annual meeting minutes.
Second.
Okay. So
The minutes have been properly moved and seconded. Any questions for Yesenia?
And now we just have to do an all in favor, and then if any are opposed.
You want to do that in chat? This is Tim, or well, I'm in favor, Tim Devlin, but if you can do it in chat if you want.
Yes, that's perfectly fine for record keeping.
He's voting in chat. Much.
You're welcome. Yes, the motion carries and the 2024 annual meeting minutes are approved. And Chairman, you're kind of going in and out. I'm not sure if anybody else is hearing that. I'm kind of missing the first couple words.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me better now? Is that better? Okay, excellent, excellent. All right, we will go to the next slide. Thank you again. All right, so you just take some time, I'm able to really to acknowledge our funders throughout this year. Definitely with the deepest gratitude to all of our funders, our sponsors, our philanthropic partners. The investment that you have made into the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League has been instrumental in advancing our mission, expanding our programs, and empowering the communities that we serve. We thank you collectively for believing in the power of equity, economic mobility, and opportunity. Your support fuels our efforts, and your partnership helps turn vision into reality. So on behalf of the board, our staff, and the communities impacted by your generosity, we thank you. Great. Move to next slide, please. All right, so now we will have our 2025 annual meeting treasurer's report by our very own board member and member of our finance committee, Matt Parks. Matt.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. So I'm pleased to report that we had another solid year. The organization remains in good financial shape thanks to Jennifer, all Jennifer's hard work and the team. We ended the year with $700,000 of total assets with $560,000 of cash on hand. Our total income for the year was $530,000 and our expenses were about $610,000. So we actually are ending the year with a negative deficit of $80,000. However, we were notified that we will be receiving a $100,000 grant at the end of the year, for which that will erase that deficit and put us $20,000 in the positive. We weren't able to report it in the financials because we hadn't yet received the documentation from the state for that particular grant, but we're confident in securing it and meeting all of our financial obligations for I guess now probably the third or fourth year in a row. So overall, as I noted, we're good. Jennifer's leaving us in good financial situation. So I'm happy to take any questions or explain anything further.
Thank you so much, Matt. That was a very thorough report. I think we can move forward, and I think there's additional information in our annual report. Excellent. Right. So just given our tight agenda this evening, we're going to forego the board reports, the formal board reports from the Guild and the Young Professionals, where both reports are available for your review in the annual report that was shared in advance. I do want to take some time out to extend our thanks to our Guild President, Letitia Bracy, Councilwoman Letitia Bracy, and our Young Professionals President, Chelsea Douglas, for their outstanding leadership as they came on the past year, and gotten a rousing start on a lot of the different work and advocacy, and brought a lot of energy and momentum into those two organizations in the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League. So very thankful for their leadership and excited to work with them this year. Slide, please. Excellent. All right. So, moving on, I'm going to pass it to our Vice Chairman, Ron Kimbrough, to discuss the election of new directors to our board. Ron?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Hopefully everyone can hear me clearly. So good evening. Before I share the results of this year's Board of Elections, I wanted to recognize our current Board of Directors, where the full roster is published in our annual report and also on our website. This year's board election process was conducted electronically through Election Runner, and we had a transparent voting process, and I'm pleased to report that quorum was met, ballots were cast, and the slated candidates were successfully approved. As a result, we're proud to welcome 3 new members to the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League Board of Directors. And right now, I'll take a minute to read each bio. So Janelle Bechtel is a senior advisor for internal affairs with nearly 2 decades of experience supporting leaders at the intersection of people, policy, and public impact. She has worked across global organizations, community-based institutions, and national civic efforts, most recently serving as a national HR director for the Biden for President and Harris for President campaigns. Previously, she served as head of human resources for the Boys and Girls Club in Northern California, leading teams focused on youth development and opportunity. So Janelle brings a wealth of experience, a people-centered, mission-driven approach to leadership, and holds a master's degree in education from Harvard University. So welcome, Janelle. Next, we have Brandon Miller, who is the owner and CEO of Miller & Associates LLC, and a scholar practitioner whose work centers on leadership development, community engagement, and institutional advancement. He currently serves as a program coordinator for the Inclusion and Belonging Centers and as an adjunct professor at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, where he's deeply committed to student success, mentorship, and equity in higher education. So Brandon has been accepted into the Doctor of Public Administration program at Westchester University beginning fall of 2026. His work bridges higher education, nonprofit leadership, and community-based service. So welcome, Brandon. And then last, we have Samuel Moultrie. Samuel is a corporate and commercial litigation attorney with more than a decade of experience representing business entities, executives, and boards in Delaware, state, and federal courts, including the Court of Chancery. His practice focuses on corporate governance, fiduciary matters, and complex commercial disputes, and he regularly advises boards and special committees on Delaware law. Sam also works with clients to mitigate risk during negotiations and transactions. He holds a degree in communications, political science, and law, and brings a deep governance and legal expertise to the board. So in closing, we want to welcome Janelle, Brandon, and Samuel to the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League Board of Directors. We look forward to their leadership, insight, and service as we continue to advance the mission of the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League. So please join me in congratulating our newly elected board members. And again, thank you to the full board for your participation and continued dedication to the affiliate. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Kimbrough, and welcome to the board. We're very excited to have you all. With that being said, I also want to take some time to, acknowledge our 3 outstanding board members who are completing their service this year to our board, Tamara, Yesenia, and Dee. And I just want to thank you for the years of commitment, the wisdom and passion that you've brought to this organization. We are truly better today because of your service, and it has been and truly an honor being in the trenches with all of you. Can't thank you enough. And obviously with change comes new energy. So again, I want to make sure we give a warm welcome to our newest board members, Janelle, Sam, and Brandon. And we're thrilled to have you join us. Get ready. The work is rewarding, meaningful, and you may be asked to join some long Zoom calls in the future, but it'll be well worth it. So really excited to have you, and thank you so much to the to our outgoing board members. We're going to truly miss you all. Right now. So, as you guys all know, every year we try to recognize one of our dedicated board members. If I could, I'd recognize and give an award to all of them because they're all phenomenal. But this year, tonight, I want to recognize, or the Board Recognition Award of the year, Mr. Matt Parks. And Matt has been a dedicated and deeply valued member of our board of directors. Matt has consistently gone above and beyond in his service to the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League. He's had unwavering commitment, generous resource sharing, and a true spirit of collaboration. Matt has exemplified what it means to be a servant leader. His contributions are not only strategic, but also deeply personal, rooted in a passion for community, a belief in justice, and readiness to roll up his sleeves whenever needed. Whether providing expert insight, opening doors to new partnerships, or showing up when it matters most, Matt's presence has been a steady force behind so many of our successes. We are grateful for his dedication, his generosity, his thoughtful leadership, and the quiet but powerful ways he lifts the mission and the people of the Urban League. So please join me in congratulating Matt Parks as this year's Board Recognition Award recipient. Thank you, Matt.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Certainly not deserves, but certainly an honor to be awarded. I just try to do my best. That's all that's all I ask of other people. That's all I try to do. But thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys are diligently working in his home office right now, per usual. So we appreciate you, Matt. Excellent.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And so, in line to what we do during our annual meeting, we acknowledge certainly board contributions, but we also acknowledge the very dedicated team, the staff team here at the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League. It is my pleasure this year when I thought about essentially the year that we have had, and as our chairman did allude to, this year was faced with a lot of challenges nationally. And so there were a lot of policy changes, there were a lot of funding changes. So it really, really, really drove us here at the Metropolitan Women's Urban League to be extremely thoughtful and innovative, and to think outside the box and to roll up our sleeves. And one of the things that I always say about the Urban League movement and what we do here, we do two things, in two buckets. We have advocacy, but we also have our programs. Our programs are our direct impact. And as you will hear a little bit later, the impact of our programs, it has certainly grown over this last year with new programs coming into fruition, with new iterations of programming coming into fruition. And so this year's recipient, or the 2025 recipient of the Francine Oates Staff Award is, and we'll go to the next slide, little drum roll there, are our two program managers, Miss Brittany Gray, who is our youth programs manager, and also Kobe Owens, who leads out our advocacy programs. And so again, they are the lifeline of what connects us programmatically and impact in the community. And again, you will hear about all the different and new programs that we have done this year. And I will say this, our staff is so committed, not only talented, but they are committed to the movement. And our program managers exemplify this every time they go out and do our program. So congratulations, Brittany. Congratulations, Kobe, on this great honor. So congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
You
Go
can
ahead,
hear
Brittany.
the
Go ahead,
joy
Brittany.
that is happening in the office right now. Certainly the thankfulness. Certainly. Thank you
Thank y'all
both.
so
Thank you
much.
both. Thank you both. Thank you
Appreciate
for
y'all.
all the
Thank
hard work.
y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. That was wonderful. All right, Mr. Chairman, back in your hands.
Served. We have a phenomenal staff, and these two represent us so well. So thank you for all your hard work and dedication, guys. All right, move to the next slide.
Oh, well, it's
It's
back here,
it's
Mr.
back
Chairman.
back to you. Yes.
Back to me, back to me. Well, certainly good evening, urban leaguers, and thank you, Mr. Chairman, certainly for your leadership. And I will just say this before I get into other thank yous. Our chairman, G. Stephen Williams, stepped up to be chairman in a time where we saw leadership, institutional leadership who wanted to move on to other things, and Stephen took it upon himself to say, I would like to run for chairman, and has done an amazing job over this past year in working with him. I will say this, at the National Urban League Conference, folks were impressed by our chairman, as they are always impressed by the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League. And so I'm so thankful to Stephen for his leadership and also his partnership as well. If any of you all attended the empowerment breakfast, you saw IDEMIA that was there doing TSA pre-check. That was something that was brought in connection with our board chairman. And so he is so passionate about this movement. And I truly thank him for his partnership and his leadership that he has certainly given this past year in working with him. I also thank the MWUL Board of Directors. And so we have some new board members that have come on, and we also have some that are departing. And all of our board members, I will say, are extremely dedicated to the movement. And so I see our board members, again, rolling up their sleeves to do what needs to be done in order for this movement to continue to move on, whether it's financially, whether it's programmatically, whether it is creating new partnerships in the community and or the state. They are really, really, really helping the train of the Urban League to move forward. And I am certainly always grateful for their dedication and certainly their leadership. And then to our partners, I think we have some partners who are on the line. Our partners, again, they help to fund the movement. And so we are thankful for all of our financial partners and also just our community partners and programmatic partners who are always, uh-oh, I think we have a mute, who are always leading out and helping us lead out and help us be a bridge to reach and impact communities. And to our members, I am so excited about our constant members, our wonderful members who each year renew their membership. Whenever they get the notification that their membership has expired, they renew the membership. And I am certainly thankful to them and certainly acknowledge them. And I'll have a little bit more about membership a little bit further in my report. And so I also want to thank our YP president and our guild president and our YPs and guild all as a whole. Our YP and guild president, and so Chelsea Douglas is our YP president, and certainly Tish Bracey is our guild councilwoman. Tish Bracey is our guild president. And so they were elected, both of them were elected in October of this year. And certainly I want to acknowledge our former guild president, Kari DeWitt, and also our former YP president, Kenyon Wilson, who are still very much a part of the movement and have served the movement for years, and certainly acknowledge and thank them for all of their hard work. And we certainly, as an affiliate, do have something to acknowledge you, so stay tuned. And to all of our guild members and our YP members, you all, again, like I say, you are the foot soldiers of the movement. You go into places, and certainly you have a reach that is much further sometimes than our staff and our board, and you really take the movement with you. And so our YPs and our guild are certainly our dedicated volunteers who just continue to build up this affiliate. And lastly, I want to acknowledge, and if we can go to the next slide, I want to acknowledge the entire MWUL staff team. This is our staff team. This is what makes the Urban League continue to move from inside of the affiliate. And I will tell you, I have the privilege of working day in and day out with the best team, who is not only talented, but they are completely sold out for this movement. And it's not easy to get that. It's not easy to get that. Those those who are also talented and are also dedicated to the Urban League movement. And certainly their works and their impact does not go unnoticed. And so whenever our programs and our initiatives call, they answer the door very politely, and they work tirelessly so that we can achieve our mission. And so please help me if you can in the chat, just by helping me celebrate the MWUL staff team again, who continue to keep the engine of the affiliate moving. Oh, I see a lot of hand claps. Thank you so much. I know everyone's cheering and on mute. So thank you. And so as we move on, and we can go to the next slide, Amaya. It is always a good day to discuss the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League and our accomplishments for 2025. And if you just bear with me, I have a few bullet points here. I do want to tell you that the annual report has been posted in the chat, the link to the annual report, so you can certainly follow along. And it will be presented on a QR code at the end of this meeting. But the annual report is for you to continue to look at, and you will see all the highlights of our programs. But I just want to highlight a few accomplishments, starting with our Achievement Matters Project Ready program. So our Project Ready program successfully impacted 75 students at Eastside Charter School and Thomas Edison Middle School, providing career exploration opportunities and strengthening post-secondary readiness. And I'm so excited that our Project Ready students have continued to grow, and we have been following them for multi-years. And so we are seeing the impact of multi-year impact each time we go into a school. We also have our Youth Council. Our Youth Council is the youth voice of the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League. And so our Youth Council this year truly shined. They really did. We took three Youth Council members, and they attended the 2025 Youth Summit in Cleveland, Ohio. And out of thousands of applicants, our Youth Council member, Nehemiah Porter, ranked number 5 in the financial literacy case competition. Again, that is the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League Youth Council member, Nehemiah Porter. We also have another Youth Council member, Greg Earl, who was elected. He was elected to the National Urban League Youth Council Board. And he is representing the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League on the national level. And so again, putting MWUL on the national map. We also had 3 Youth Council members who matriculated to college, one attending Hampton University, the other attending Delaware State University, and also the University of Delaware. And guess what? We did not send them to college empty-handed. Each of them went to college with a scholarship check from the MWUL, because we believe that it really does take an entire village to be able to contribute to a child's success. And so I'm so excited and happy about the work in which we did with our youth programming. We also, not only from a youth program perspective, we've actually touched education, but also from an advocacy perspective. And I certainly acknowledge Ray Jones Avery and certainly Lynn Howard, who are our strategic partners with WCEEP. And they this year, they worked diligently to prioritize the recruitment and retention of diverse educators across the state of Delaware, ensuring that classrooms reflect the diversity of the students that they serve. And we're always so glad and excited to partner with WCEP as we continue to move equity forward. We also had great growth within our Gilliam Fellows program. And so our Gilliam Fellows program last year in 2025, we served 10 individuals. But this year, I will say this year, in addition to the 10 individuals we celebrated or we actually served last year, we have expanded to a record-breaking 26 participants this year, the largest cohort of Gilliam Fellows in its program program's history. That deserves some hand claps in the chat. And if we were in person, I would say clap your hands. And so we are so excited again about our Gilliam Fellows. And our Gilliam Fellows is our premier leadership development program. It is through the Gilliam Fellows program that many folks across this state have said it is through the program that we were ignited. The fire was ignited in us to run for office and to do freedom work within our community. And so we're so excited again for those 26 participants this year. We also, in addition to our traditional programs, we have expanded programming and we have some new programming as well. And so last year we launched we launched our empowerment program in partnership with Code Differently and Howard High School, impacting 10 students who are juniors and seniors and preparing them for life after high school. We also introduced, this is a new program, the Food Justice Programming through a partnership with the National Urban League and Albertsons Companies. We're raising awareness around healthy eating and access to fresh foods. This is the new programs that we have at the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League. We didn't stop there. We also took a turn this year to partner with JP Morgan Chase, and we highlighted entrepreneurs through our membership program, and we provided critical resources. And through this initiative, we impacted with our entrepreneurship program and with our food justice program combined. We impacted over 655 individuals, offering not only resources and access to capital, but also from a food justice standpoint, fresh food access and also SNAP benefits. This is again the work of the Urban League. We didn't stop there because we understand that it takes money in order for an urban league to survive. And so we, in our third year, our annual empowerment breakfast raised over $90,000. And again, this money goes to directly supporting the MWUL programs and community impact. And so thank you to everyone who has supported our empowerment breakfast and brought a sponsorship or an individual ticket. Again, that work continues to fund our programs and our impact. Our membership in 2025, we continue to strengthen and expand our membership. Now we are 81 members strong. And so I will say to you, if you know someone who is around you and who does not have a membership to the Urban League, encourage them. Go to MWUL.org and get a membership. And so we have built a membership model that other urban leagues, I will tell you, I go to national meetings all the time. All of their Urban League affiliates are looking to emulate our membership model and making sure that folks from the community and also around know exactly that this is their Urban League. Our board members, our youth members, our general members, our young professional members, and our guild members serve as a lifeline to our affiliate. You all drive our mission, expanding our reach and strengthen our impact across the community. We have also enhanced communication, engagement, and access to resources. So I know you all probably get at least once a week notes from the president's desk and certainly information and resources that come across. We want to make sure that our members, we want to make sure that you remain informed, that you remain connected, and you remain empowered because after all, this is your Urban League. And then the acknowledgments don't stop there. We were an award-winning Urban League this year. We received a lot of community awards, but I want to highlight one. The MWUL was honored in 2025 with the Freedom Fighter Award for the MOT from the MOT NAACP chapter, recognizing our continued commitment to equity and justice. We have made, I will say, in 2025, so many incredible strides, and there is more work to be done in 2026. The parable of the sower, if anyone knows this, it reminds us to not just focus on what's ahead, but it also causes us, or it also challenges us to look to how much we have accomplished. And Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League, everyone on here should be very proud about the work in which we have accomplished in the year of 2025. The hundreds that we impacted by our program and our advocacy are evidence that, again, we are indeed moving in the right direction and we have accomplished many things in 2025. But what has been alluded to on this call a couple of times, and sadly, this is where I get off the proverbial train of MWUL. Since 2022, it has been my honor and my privilege to serve this affiliate and its members as the president and CEO. But I am now departing for a great opportunity within the Urban League movement. During my time at MWL, we have made some key accomplishments. One is the establishment of the annual empowerment breakfast. Over the past 3 years, we have raised a combined $271,000 through our empowerment breakfast. Someone just ought to hand clap in the chat for that. We also have expanded our staff and our programming. If you have followed us for the last couple of years, there are always new staff members being added and also our programming. And so we have had additions to our youth and workforce, food justice, and housing initiatives, as well as some adding those key staff member roles of youth program manager, director of programs, office administrator, membership coordinator, and also HR consultant. And again, this shows that we are a growing affiliate. And then last but not least, the development of strong relationships with our funders, partners, and stakeholders. We have built up stronger relationships with all of these folks, including JP Morgan Chase, Comcast, TD Bank, National Urban League, legislators, and numerous community partners. This is, again, the great work that has been done in the Urban League the past 4 years. But I must say, there is still much work to be done. If we turn on the television every day, we understand that there is a lot of work for it to be done, and also this world is calling to action. Certainly, organizations like the Urban League. There are so many people to be served. There are so many people to be empowered, and there is so much justice to be had. And so, what I will do is just leave you with one of my favorite challenges by Benjamin Elijah Mays. And it goes like this: I've only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, I can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it is up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it. Give an account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. My name is Jennifer Tompkins. I will president and CEO of the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League, and I approve this message. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. That is my report.
Excellent, excellent. Let's, if we all can, just give phenomenal president and CEO, Ms. Jennifer Tompkins, a hand clap. You can clap in the chat. You can leave your comments. But we have been just so grateful and blessed to have her over the last over three plus years. She's been just stalwart for movement. I know Benjamin Mays, Dr. Benjamin Mays, would be proud of how you use your minutes here at the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League, and we are such a better affiliate for the work that you've done here. So grateful for you. And you know, again, as we move on and here and we close, and we're going to give folks some time back. Usually our meetings are a lot longer than this, so maybe we need to start inviting other guests onto these onto our calls so we can finish a little bit early. But again, this is such a bittersweet time as we do say farewell to our phenomenal president and CEO, Jennifer Tompkins. And again, Jennifer, your leadership has been visionary, steady, it's been inspiring. You've led with your heart, you know, along with strategy, but truly with your heart. You are so dedicated and such a believer in this movement. You leave a legacy here that will resonate for years to come. And we are incredibly proud as you take your next step as the new CEO of the Urban League of Greater Pittsburgh. Rest assured, you will be deeply, deeply missed, and it is not too late. Just say no. You can always come back. You can stay, but we understand that great things lie ahead for you, and we are again just we've been so blessed to have you lead us, and we're going to build on what you've done. We're going to build on that legacy. So. Thank you. I truly do love you. You are my partner in crime, as I like to say, in good trouble, good crime, right? As John Lewis says. So appreciate you always. To everyone here tonight, thank you again for your continued support, your passion for justice, and your belief in this movement. Again, as Jennifer alluded to, we got work to do. So we need you. We need your friends. We need your families. We need everybody involved in this movement to make a difference. I won't get into too much. This is an election, but this is an election year. And a couple of years from here, about more years, we got another election year. So these are important times, and we need to come together to create the communities we can be proud of, right? And we can't do that individually. We can't do it in silos. We have to do it together. And we are so blessed to have the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League as a mechanism and catalyst to do great works. So I thank you. God bless you. If there is no further ado, I'd like to call a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All right. It's been properly moved, seconded. Thank you all. God bless. Happy New Year, and we'll be seeing you. And thank you again, Jennifer. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Jen.
you all. Happy New Year.